Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Sonic318, back again for another video for you guys. And today, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your WWE TLC 2020 review. Yep, the 5-pair review event of 2020 has finally come and gone. And now we are literally here to give you guys my final peer-review review of 2020 as we wrap up the year of 2020 as a whole. So, with this said, and ready to go, let's not wait. Let's get the show in a row, shall we? So we can kick the boot of 2020 out the door, we can probably hopefully welcome in some better days to come as we get towards 2021. But we shall get to that when we get to my closing segments of the video here shortly. So instead, let's not wait. Let's get on the way with the review, shall we? So instead, let's go. All right. So the first match on the card we had was the 8-man tag team match. My pretty first match was for the face team to win for this kickoff show match, and I won this match. So that's my predicted score 1-0, and my thoughts were sped through it, so not much attention was paid during it all. Just gonna take it. So blah. Time to let me rephrase all this again. So just gonna take it as a simple Raw or SmackDown caliber match that usually starts off on the kickoff show. So take it for what you will. So there's a kickoff show. Not much to say about it. So we're gonna start on the Retro Real show. So as it said, we had the kickoff the Retro Real show of 2020's TLC. We had Drew McIntyre taking on AJ Styles, taking on the Miz. You can at the time it was, but now at the time of recording this video, Miz got the briefcase back on Raw, so technically he did cash in, but yet again he didn't cash in. But we're rolling for what I got on the notes. So instead, let's go. So Miz, Styles, McIntyre, quote unquote. My first match was for McIntyre to win, which it was. First, McIntyre and McIntyre versus Styles, but then when Miz cashed in, I then probably had that slice on my notes and put the Miz in there, because obviously if the Miz legit was going to win this, then I predicted that shit was going to happen a mile away. So yeah, but obviously enough, McIntyre won this match, and he is still our WWE champion heading out of the show and actually heading out of the year 2020. And my previous score after this match was 2-0. And my thoughts was, as the match went on, it picked up from being kind of from a slow start to an entertaining and frantic ending, with all three men trying to stay on the ladder and fighting amongst each other. Would have found it quite dumb and also funny if Styles and McIntyre would have just stayed there and fought on their own ladder, and Miz climbed and just straight up stole the match from there. But luckily that didn't happen, as we see Miz cash, quote unquote, well, at the time, mind you, as we see the Miz fail his cash in, and that Styles and McIntyre brought as a nice match to start the show. So at the time, Miz did fail his cash in, but as we are now seeing, he is still apparently Mr. Money in the Bank. So there you go. So heading on that match, next up we have Sasha Banks taking on Carmella for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. My first match was simply for Banks to win, and she won this match. So my prediction score 3-0. And my thoughts on the match was, heading into this match, people were saying how it was up to Banks to make Carmella shine in this match, and I couldn't agree with them more. Not to say Mella was bad, because far from it, as she actually exceeded my outlook of this match due to how good her offense was during the majority of the match. And so she kind of sort of shows signs of her usual self with how she went and just sissy hit Banks' back before the end of the match. Overall, a better match than what anyone was possibly expecting out of it all. So there you go. So next up, we have the Hurt Business taking on the New Day for the Raw Tag Team Championships. My first match was for the Hurt Business to win, but would have loved to see the New Day retain. And I won this match as my prediction score came to 4-0, as they became the new Raw Tag Team Champions on that show. And my thoughts was, the match overall to me while still put on well by these guys, still didn't feel too special since we've seen it been done continuously on Raw within the past couple of weeks heading to the show. But needless to say, I wasn't expecting how the match ended like that, since I thought Cedric was gonna screw up their chances by tagging in over Benjamin. But nope, they're champs. Now it's time to see where the feud goes from here, heading into the new year with a New Day giving chase for the title. So there is that. Now we're gonna move on to Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler taking on Asuka and her mystery partner, which turned out to be Charlotte Flair, for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. My first match was for Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax to win, but wouldn't be too surprised if Asuka's team wins it. But now that it was Flair that was revealed to her to be her partner, I also could see why they would lose and for Flair to want Asuka's championship, because of course she would, because obviously it's Charlotte Flair. She wants that championship gold, ladies and gentlemen, so there's that. Anywho's, I lost this match as Asuka and Charlotte Flair are our WWE Women's Champions heading out of the show and heading into the next year. And my score, obviously, for this match was 4-1. And my thoughts on the match was, unfortunately, kind of spoiled myself as Flair's return was let me rephrase this. Unfortunately, kind of spoiled myself with Flair's return by briefly looking on YouTube earlier on the show, but didn't put it together. It was during this match until just before watching it. Needless to say, and funny enough, when I was chatting a bit with my dad over the phone about the show, he had said that he heard rumors of her returning, in which I didn't know where he was hearing this from. And now we know I forgot to put the K in the word now, or no, blah. Now we know it turned out to be legit. As for the match itself, though, it wasn't too bad. Kind of seemed as all Flair for the most part, instead of letting Asuka have her time in the ring, but it's quite obvious why that was the case. No heel turn or anything now, but let's see where their reign goes from here. So there you go. And I do apologize if you hear any kind of hissing or kind of, if you just heard kind of hissing or not hearing some sort of noises right here, because obviously my cats are just kind of been playing and kind of going with each other. So I do apologize if you start to hear any sort of other ambient noises and kind of hissing and kind of other shit that you just kind of heard just for the split seconds as I was going through that last match. So I do apologize for that. Anyways, moving on for that, we have Roman Reigns taking on Kevin Owens for a Universal Championship in a TLC match. My prediction for this match was for Reigns to win the match, and he won this match. That's my prediction score, 5-1. And my thoughts on this match was why this wasn't the main event is anyone's clue, because my word was it something. Each man had their time to shine both on offense and defense, as neither of them just didn't want to seem to stay down for the count. Excuse me. Unfortunately, though, the ending seemed kind of disappointing, with it being yet again another pass out. But man, it's crazy what great storytelling would make you feel while watching a match. Because while we all knew Owens wasn't going to win it all, it sure as hell seemed like he deserved it. Needless to say, match of the night for sure. So there you go. Give big old thumbs up to Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns for this match for TLC 2020. So good job, guys. Next up, we have the final match on the card, which was Randy Orton taking on The Fiend in the Firefly Inferno match. My prediction for this match was for The Fiend to win, and he lost this match, you could say, but it wasn't officially said, but I'm going to take it as a loss. So my prediction was incorrect, but, my score of the show coming out of this kind of iffy lose was a 5-2, and my thoughts on the match was, at first, was curious of how this would turn out, and I must say the presentation was well put on, to say the least. Also, to my surprise, it's apparently been since the product has gone PG that we haven't had an Inferno match. So that's to be legitimate, then that too, as well as crazy as beyond belief, obviously enough. The match itself, though, was quite entertaining for what was offered in this match, but could see the problem of the Fiend losing in the way he did, being truly a burial, to say the least, to some. Where the character goes from here, I don't know, but I suppose that's what we just have to tune in to see what happens moving forward from this all. Which obviously, WWE has been kind of doing a good job with it, carrying the torch out of this, fire or, burial or, burning alive shit of the Fiend, with Alexa Bliss and Randy Orton continuing this sort of storyline as of late. They've been doing it really well, so good thumbs up for what they're doing still heading out of this match, so there's that. So we're gonna see we're just gonna see what happens as we keep going on from here. I do apologize for the noises. Stop making noises. My gosh. I'm trying to wrap up the video, kitty cat. What are you doing? Anywho, so, yeah, my apologies for that. Still, but yeah. Needless to say, Randy Orton and Alexa Bliss are still doing a good job, heading out this match for the Fiends, sort of burnt to the crisp, and to see where we'll let you go from here for Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt to come in the future, heading out of this match and heading out of this year of 2020. So, with this said, my overall score was a 5-2 of the show, and my overall thoughts on the show is, as I quote, "This show overall was quite good. None of the matches seemed to lose my attention and were paced nicely to make them not too fast and not too slow. The highlight definitely being Owens and Reigns. And the show seemed to leave us with various reasons as to why to tune in to Raw and SmackDown to see where things play out from the show as we say our goodbyes to our farewells to 2020. And hopefully look forward to the better days to come out of 2021 as we head towards the Rumble to kick off the road to WrestleMania 37 as a whole. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has concluded my WWE TLC 2020 review. I was about to say predictions, but review. And obviously enough, like I said before, this is my final video of 2020. And I want to say, as a least, obviously, needless to say, obviously enough, the holidays have finally come and past us, and obviously we're heading towards the new deer. So, the new deer. Yeah, baby, you're a new deer. No, but anyway, for the new year to come, so all I was going to say is happy holidays, guys. And once again, guys, obviously, 2020, needless to say, was a shit of a year for pretty much everybody. Myself included, my personal reasons. I'm not going to get into why, obviously, but let's just say 2020 definitely did a big, dwell onto me, and it kind of freaking just took a big ol', no, needless to say, I was going to say the shovel. I might as well fucking say it. It's the WWE video, so fucking took the big old burial shovel instead of actually burying me in the sand or burying me alive, but took that big old shovel and just beat the living shit out of my skull. Like I'm fucking some guy off The Walking Dead, like I'm like I'm Glenn to freaking Negan off The Walking Dead. So, yeah. So, there you go. I got kind of twisted around my shit, my Walking Dead reference with WWE shit. So there you go. I was intending it to be a Negan reference, and I turned it around and still made a Negan reference with it still being WWE related. So, haha. But still, needless to say, guys, like I said before, 2020 has been a really, really negative year for me, without going much into it, and as well as, I'm pretty sure, as well as you guys, everyone out there watching this video as well. So, obviously enough, we are finally here to say our goodbyes and just hopefully move on to better days to come in 2021 as we look back on 2020 as a year that hopefully won't be, all its negative effects would be kind of resolved sometime soon in the year 2021 and moving forward out of this year, because my God, seriously, what a freaking burner of a fucking disaster of a year that felt like a whole decade's worth of fucking shit all within 12 months. Not even that. Not even that. More like 9 months. Because obviously, technically speaking, the world technically died, or technically, 2020 technically happened in March of 2020. And go figure, the world apparently died on, apparently, to the date on March 16th, 2020, which was 2 days before my birthday. Go figure. Go figure. So, there you go. The world died just before my birthday came up this year, 2020. Hooray! What a good birthday gift this year for me, to see the world die and see the craziness of the world go on from that point forward back in March. Hoorays. But all jokes aside, guys, ladies and gentlemen, like I said before, once again, I don't know why I'm joking about this, but seriously, guys, but seriously, you know, I'm happy to finally leave that this year on a sort of note like this, but obviously enough, I do want to address the fact that obviously, if you obviously went through several, losses, dwell some darkness, some dark stuff going on this year, I do hope and I do pray for you guys, for yourself, your loved ones, your friends, your family, yourselves. Obviously, if you're still going through dark times, and you're still, are you like me personally, and you're starting to make yourself, you're still trying to build yourself up from some negative stuff that's built from this year. I do hope that you guys move forward and actually go for brighter stuff coming in the future, obviously enough. And let's just say, like, once again, 2020 is about to be something is going to be something in the back of the mind and put in the rear view mirror as we're driving forward to 2021 and in the years to come, heading out of this disaster of a year. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I thank y'all for watching this review, and what I gotta say about it all, as we said, once again, ladies and gentlemen, this officially with us opening the door of 2021, we also welcome us to the road to WrestleMania 37, as we're going right into the Rumble of our 2021, as we go on to there to see, obviously enough, with us currently only having 2 men and 1 woman in Nia Jax and Dan Bryan and Bobby Lashley confirmed for those matches. Obviously enough, what will all happen within all this time? Let's get into the Rumble. We'll have to see. We'll have to tune in to daily programming to see what happens, and obviously what we'll have to think and predict going into the actual show for Rumble 2021. You're just going to tune in next time to find out, to see what all goes down at the Rumble. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, ladies and gentlemen, I thank y'all for watching this review. And as we say, ladies and gentlemen, this has been concluded, my TLC 2020 review. And this will be it for the year of 2020 as we go towards the next year to come in 2021. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys had a good time. We had, for all it's worth, hope you all had happy holidays. And overall, from my dear heart to yours, Happy New Year, and let's go to the Rumble, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Sandra 318, and I'm signing out. Peace, ladies and gentlemen.